Hey everyone, it's triplemangothreat, and today we're going over a deck that loves to cheat out huge creatures with power 5 or greater. And if you stay till the end of the video, I'll show you some upgrades we can add to use our commander's ability more than once each turn. Let's jump right into it. Our commander is Mayael the Anima. For red, green, and white, we have a 2/3 elf shaman. If we pay 3 red, green, and white, we can tap Mayael, we can look at the top 5 cards of our library, we may put a creature with power 5 or greater from among them onto the battlefield, and we'll put the rest on the bottom of our library in any order. So as you can see, Mayael is crazy powerful. Looking at the top 5 cards and picking out a creature with power 5 or greater is insane. Some of the creatures we can grab are cards like Aegis Angel and Archetype of Endurance. These creatures will give our commander more protection, which is really important because once our opponents notice how much value she's making, they're going to want to get rid of her. So giving Mayael indestructible or hexproof is really going to help us keep her around a lot longer. Now if we're not able to keep our commander on the battlefield, that isn't a problem. Let's talk about Elvish Mystic, Elysian Caryatid, Notvine Mystic, and Llanowar Elves. These are mana dorks that can help us ramp and be able to cast our huge creatures if we can't cheat them out with Mayael. With all of this ramp, we can start casting some huge spells, like Blazing Archon, Stalking Vengeance, Siege Behemoth, and Molten Primordial. All of these creatures can be grabbed by our commander if they're in the top 5 of our library. And they're crazy good. Creatures can attack us with Blazing Archon. Stalking Vengeance makes it where if our creatures die, we start dealing damage equal to their power to target player, so that will really discourage board wipes or any way our creatures are going to get killed. Siege Behemoth is going to make it where all of our attacking creatures are unblocked if it's attacking, and Molten Primordial can steal our opponent's creatures, untap them, and give them haste until end of turn. Some of our creatures won't have haste or trample, so we can fix that with cards like Aggressive Mammoth or Fires of Yavimaya. So now when Mayael grabs a creature with power 5 or greater, that creature can now attack this turn and has trample. There's also Rhythm of the Wild that gives our creatures riot, so we can choose that when it enters the battlefield to give it a +1/+1 counter instead of haste. If we're needing to take care of our opponent's threats, we can do that with cards like Woodfall Primus, Terastodon, Thorn Mammoth, and Gruul Ragebeast. When Woodfall Primus ETBs, we can destroy a non-creature permanent, and it has persist, so that means when it dies, it's going to come back with a -1/-1 counter, so we get another ETB from this guy. When Terastodon ETBs, we can destroy up to 3 non-creature permanents and replace them with 3/3 elephants. Thorn Mammoth and Gruul Ragebeast are going to let our creatures fight creatures we don't control every time a creature enters our battlefield. When it comes to drawing cards, we can do this with Soul of the Harvest, Garruk's Pack Leader, Drum Hunter, and Colossal Majesty. Soul of the Harvest is going to let us draw cards for when non-token creatures enter our battlefield. Garruk's Pack Leader is going to let us draw cards for power 3 or greater entering our battlefield, and it doesn't specify token or non-token. Drum Hunter and Colossal Majesty are going to let us draw cards just for having huge creatures, and this is going to happen at our upkeep and our end step. So how do we win the game? Well, we can do this with 2 cards, Overwhelming Stampede and End-Raze Forerunners. These cards are crazy good. If we have the biggest power on our battlefield at 5 power, then Overwhelming Stampede is going to give each of our creatures +5/+5 and trample until end of turn. And End-Raze Forerunners will enter the battlefield, give our creatures +2/+2, vigilance, and trample. With all the creatures we're going to have on our battlefield, these cards end games. So like I promised, if you'd like to upgrade your deck, you can do that with Illusionist Bracers, Rings of Brighthearth, and Seedborn Muse. These cards will help us get more ways to use our commander's ability. Illusionist Bracers will get us a copy of her ability, Rings of Brighthearth are going to let us copy her ability just for 2 mana, and Seedborn Muse is going to let us use Mayael's ability on every player's turn. And that is insane. Just using her on our turn is really good. Imagine every player's turn we're able to look at our top 5 cards, grab a huge creature, and put it onto the battlefield. Yeah, it's really dumb and so good. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, hit that thumbs up button, comment below, and subscribe for more mango content. I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.